What is up, everybody? Welcome to the show. First of all, thank you for joining me. Today's topic is going to be about why you can't get past the first date. Because if you're a guy, if you're getting first dates, you're somewhat of an attractive dude. Girls are finding you interesting enough to go out with. But once you're on a date, y'all messing it up. You're fucking it up. All right, so let's get onto the show. The show today is why you can't get past the first date. And this is something I struggled with when I first started out. I could get the first dates, I would go on, and for some reason, either one, I get ghosted. Two, right at the end of the date, the girl would tell me, "Oh, this is not what she wanted." Basically saying, "Hey, look, man, you're not attractive," or she want to hit me back up. Or even when I thought the first date was going good, I would mess it up and then she wouldn't answer when I would ask her going on a second date. This was a problem I had. So I'm going to tell you guys what the mistakes I did so that you don't make the same mistakes. Okay? So let's say, before we get into that, how you shouldn't approach the first date. You don't want to try to impress. You don't want to start bragging about what you do, how much money you make. It just comes off as needy. Don't try to go to the first date and try to impress her. Don't be trying too hard. The best thing to do is really to be cool, calm, and collected on the first date. Right? Don't treat her like a goddess. Stop being goofy. Stop talking too much. Trying to be someone you're not because you think that's what's going to attract her. That was a mistake I would make. I would try to be more funny. I would try to crack jokes. But it's better to be serious and be light-hearted than try to be funny, right? The first day is all about it's filling each other out. You don't want to put too much pressure on it. You don't want to invest too much. All right? You want to look at how is she presenting herself? If meeting online, does she look like her pictures? You want to make it very low investment first date. You want to see if she's feminine. You want to see the most important thing is you want to see how interested is she in you. If a girl shows up on the first date and she's really nervous, I'm telling you, she has high interest level. Girls normally aren't really that super confident around dudes if they really find him attractive. They're not gonna be really confident. You're gonna think that's this interest. Like, why isn't she talking? No, it's just because she's really nervous. So let's get into the mistakes. Mistake number 1 is acting goofy, talking too much. You're way more likely to talk yourself out of pussy than you are to talk yourself into pussy. I'm telling you, this is a huge mistake a lot of guys make. Talking too much, being goofy. Like I said, it's time to get serious. You're trying to find if this girl clicks with you, if that's what you want. Maybe some guys you out there, you're just trying to have fun. That's all good. But a lot of guys' mistake is just talking too much. What I used to think was that I had to be some type of entertainer. You don't have to make her laugh. You don't have to do some routines like the pickup artists tell you to do. You don't have to get into deep conversation. It's the very first date. Just feel her out. Just gotta be cool, calm, collected. And don't be saying stupid shit. It's simple. Don't be saying stupid shit. Don't be going into things that could be too controversial. If that's what you are, go ahead. You could bring it up, but don't. If you feel that she's not feeling that, just let it go. You don't have to put too much out on the first date. You just gotta feel each other out. Do a little surface level stuff. Flirt a bit. Be playful. That's it. Mistake number 2. Touching her too early, not giving her space. I used to think, man, because of this pickup thing, it would fuck up my mind. it would mess up my mind thinking that I had to do these things just to have the girl attracted to you. But no. So I would go on the first date, you know, under the table, I'll put my hand on her thigh because I thought like, okay, oh, this is what I need to communicate that I, I I'm a sexual being. But that just creeps them out. And one time, I met this girl. I actually found her through Code Approach. Okay, I was Whole Foods. I met her, got her number, set up a date, and on the date, right when I met her, I was like, when we were, you know how you sit at the table, and she's sitting one side, you're sitting the other side. I decided, hey, oh, I'm gonna go. I'll sit up next to you because I can't hear you. But after the day, she told me, no, I'm not interested because literally after that move, I was too. It made me. She felt uncomfortable. I was like, hey, she's saying, hey, we just met. It's cool if we were boyfriend and girlfriend, if we knew each other more. But hey, when we just met, you gotta chill out with that. And I took the criticism. I'm like, man, she's right. Just be chill. You don't have to be doing that. So that's mistake number 2. You're touching too much. You're touching too early, not giving her space. This is just the first date. Just chill. You gotta be cool, calm, collected. Just be chill. Now let's go on to mistake number 3. Investing too early. I cannot tell you the stories I've heard of dudes when it's just the first date and they literally booked a helicopter ride. And investing too early is sub-communication. It's communicating to her that, hey, I'm not confident in myself. I don't think I have enough value, so I have to invest more into this first date so that you find me valuable because I can't even find the value myself. Investing too early is communicating that you don't think you're valuable enough just as you are. The first date, I've had really good first dates just going to the coffee shop. Just going to a coffee shop, sitting down, talking over some coffee, and that's it. You do not want to invest yourself too much on a first date. Who knows? She could be crazy. She could not look like her pictures. You might not find her attractive after all. She might not be really that into you. Do you hear the stories of the girls who would go on Tinder? They would go on these dating apps and they would just go out to guys just to get a free dinner. You want to avoid that by not investing too early. This is just the first date. All right, so mistake number 4. Ooh, this is a bad one right here. Not paying for the first date. I'm telling you, I made this mistake and not until later I realized why. All right, so there was one time I was on a date in Vietnam. All right, so this girl came after me. I bought a drink. She came after me. She bought a drink as well. And then she went upstairs. So she had to buy the drink to go upstairs. And when she got upstairs, she had this really bad attitude. She was like, hey, why didn't you wait for me? I'm like, hey, I got here first or whatever. And for the rest of the date, I could tell like there's something off. She felt really sort of angry, you know? So she probably turned off, just angry. And I was like, why is this? And I realized it's because I didn't pay for her coffee. I didn't pay for her drink. I realized, and especially in Vietnam, when it's a more of a gender role type of society. Bro, she was like, why didn't you pay for my coffee? You just made me pay for my own drink. And she didn't want to see me after that. Hell no. And even in America, man, if you doing that 50-50, girls aren't going to like that. Hey, and if you don't have the money to pay for the first date yourself, either 1, go on a cheaper date. 2, stay your ass at home and focus on making money. As a man, you're paying for the date. That's mistake number 4. Okay, now mistake number 5. Not making plans for the date. As the man, you got to be the leader. You got to show your leadership qualities, and that's planning for the date. You don't ask a girl out and ask her where you want to go, where do you want to eat. You don't ask her what you're doing on a first date. You make plans. You ask her out, hey, I got this and this going. Hey, let's get some coffee at 6 p.m. at Starbucks. Exactly where and what to do. And say, hey, are you down to go? Or hey, I'm going here. You should come along. Do not make plans for a date. It's not the girl's job to make the plans. It is your job, the man. The man has to do the courtship. It starts with you, ends with you. You take her through that journey. That is why it's impressive for a man to get a lot of women, and it's not impressive for a woman to get a lot of men because the men do most of the work. The women sit back and choose. She gotta look pretty. She gotta put on that makeup. But that's about it. She sits around and waits. You are the one who has to go for it. That's the man's job. Mistake number 6, not texting her after the date. Oh, this one hurt. This one hurt me because I used to think, okay, even if you had a good date, oh, you want to be mysterious. You don't want to text her for one whole week, and then after the week, you text her. And I'm telling you, now that I look back, that was a mistake. There was one time I met up with a girl on Tinder, Hispanic chick. She was good looking. I asked, she was in the Asian guys. She's like, yeah, I'm in the Asian guys. I was like, oh, that's why. That's why. So we went out. Good first date. Found out we were both conservative. Very conservative political views. She was a conservative chick. And then, good date. And at the end of the date, I was like, all right, give me a kiss. She gave me a kiss and she was making out with me, right? And I was like, damn, this chick is into me. And I just let her go home. Didn't say a word. Let her go home. Didn't say a word. I thought, some rule. I hit her up a week later. Didn't hit me back. I was like, and look, a lot could happen on a week with a girl on a dating app. So you got to strike while the iron's hot. When you have a good date and you want to see her again, always make sure to put a little message. Hey, did you get home safely? Oh, hey, did you get home safely? Oh yeah, we should go out again. Just leave it at that, and then you could wait a couple days or just go on with your life. And when you're free to hang out again. Make the plans there. But do not just have a good date and just not let go of the communication. That was a big mistake. And maybe some of you guys are saying like, why the hell would you do that? Because the opposite is not good as well. The opposite is not good as well, as in you have a good day and you're just constantly texting. You don't want to text too much because, like I said, you go talk yourself out of pussy way more than you talk yourself into pussy. It's okay to talk here and there, but you should be living a life where you're working. You're taking care of your own business. You don't have time to sit around and text all day. So that was my mistake, man. Not taking it too far of that. You shouldn't text her too often. You should leave a little message after your first date. She goes home, tell her, hey, are you home safely? Or texting when you're home safely, and that's it. Can I tell her good night? All right, mistake number 7, pushing for sex. And look, I'm not saying you shouldn't push for sex. Because as a man, you have to. You eventually will have to go for sex. But when it comes down to the first date, most girls aren't gonna want to put out the first date. They just aren't. Unless you're super famous, super rich, unless you like a top 1% dude, okay, yes, they'll want to fuck. Or if you're really, really attractive, they'll fuck on the first date easy. But most girls aren't gonna do want that. So you could always bring it up, you could always do that, but just don't be pushy. If you just tell her, hey, give me a kiss, and she doesn't give you a kiss, you just laugh it up, like, okay, cool, no worries, cool, calm, and collected. Or if, and some girls, if you do say that the very first time, it would put her off because she thinks, oh, this guy only wants me for sex, and she doesn't want that. They always girls are always worried that you only want to fuck them and then leave them. That's a huge fear of theirs. So you don't want to push for sex too early. Or I'm saying being too pushy. You can't. I'm saying you can't. Like some guy are so bad. Online dating, they'll match with a chick and they'll be like, "Hey, want to come over and fuck?" I don't know. It may have worked for some guys, but I'm telling you, 99% of you, that ain't gonna work. That's a mistake. Those are the 7 mistakes. All right. The 7 mistakes is 1, talking too much, being goofy, being some sort of entertainer on the first date. Mistake number 2, touching too early, not giving her space. Again, it's just the first date. You gotta chill. You gotta be cool. Don't be all touchy. If the thing about touch, she should be the one who's trying to fill you up first. Because if she likes you, she's gonna start touching you. And that's when you're okay to reciprocate. Don't be the first one doing all that touchy shit, because to her it's gonna be like, why is this guy doing this? If she starts touching you first, there was a girl in Vietnam who would look at my arm. She's like, "Hey, can I touch your arm?" And I see how I'm like, "All right, cool." And that's the goal right there. That's when you reciprocate. When she's trying to touch you, that's when you reciprocate and touch her. But don't be the first one trying to be all touchy. You could, do a little elbow thing, but don't just leave your hand on there. Make it awkward. And mistake number 3, investing too early. You don't want to be investing too much on a first date. It's just a first date. Think about that. It's the first date. She hasn't proven anything to you. She hasn't proven that she's worthy of anything. You do not want to invest in things. You don't want to invest in meme coins. You invest in proven projects like Bitcoin. All right, mistake number 4, not paying for the date. I can't even believe some guys are doing that, okay? Just like how some guys maybe can't believe I did some mistakes. How do you not pay for the date? I don't know. Maybe liberalism has poisoned your mind thinking that you should do 50-50. No. As a man, you pay. Mistake number 6, not texting after the date. If you had a good date, you want to see her again, always say something. Keep the communication going. You don't have to go crazy with it every day, 24/7. Text her good morning, good night after the first date. No. What I'm saying is just make sure, hey, did you go home okay? Cool, awesome, have a good night. Oh, hey, I had a good night tonight. We should do it again. Boom. And mistake number 7, pushing for sex. Being pushy for sex. You can bring it up, not in the sense of, like, hey, you could always bring it up. Don't worry. It's all about how you do it. It's all about how you do it. It's not about what you say. It's all about how you say it. So you could mention it, and she could laugh. If she's interested in you, she'll laugh. Because girls want to fuck you too. If she find you attractive, she's thinking about that too. If a girl sees a hot guy on the street, she's thinking about fucking him too. But the thing is, don't push for it so much to where she thinks that, oh, this guy only wants to fuck me. Okay, so those are the 7 mistakes you're making on the first date. Hopefully, this podcast has helped you out. If you found it useful, man, give me a like. Give me a like on the YouTube. So those are the mistakes that you're making on first date. Don't make these mistakes. Be cool, calm, and collected. And I'm telling you, after the second date, you're good to go. You're good to go, baby. When she get the first date with you, she got interest. When she want a second date with you, if you just don't stay cool, calm, and collected, all you gotta do is don't fuck it up. You ready to roll, baby. We ready to roll. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. See you next time, next Monday. Peace out.